Alright, I know I look like a raccoon, but that's because of this fucking curse. For about past couple of days, while I got really serious and all about defeating it, I could not fucking sleep. I kept getting constant, and I mean constant psychic attacks from the spirit realm. I had entities dropping stuff off on me, stuff that you can't really see unless you close your third eye, stuff from the spirit realm in which I can physically feel, because entity attachments were placed into me by Barbara and David Rayner that were designed to basically make it so that I could physically feel things, physically feel attacks from the spirit realm. It was a fucking nightmare. On top of that, they've been doing a lot of egregious experiments on me, things like switching out my pineal gland, stealing my third eye, setting things up in place where the seat of my consciousness has multiple false consciousnesses in place, and putting entity attachments where if I remove one entity attachment, it replicates itself. Hold on a second. Really highly complex shit. That's why I have been telling people for the past couple of days, simple-minded motherfuckers, that this is no regular curse. This is not your conventional curse. This is a very strategic and very nuanced, extremely insanely complex curse. It's an extremely complicated curse, and it takes a lot of spiritual knowledge about the energy body, like really knowing how your energy body is supposed to be set up in the spiritual realm in order for you to be able to overcome it. Now, I'm going to tell you the key to overcoming it. When they place entities inside of you, these roach attachments, they feed. They feed off of your ancestors coming inside. They feed off of, people coming inside your head. Close these right here. These are the two chakra points. This is the one for your ancestors. This is the one, for other people. This is the one for your ancestors. Right behind your head. Close that. For the past couple of days, I kept hearing these sinister bastards in the spirit realm, because I can hear them in the spirit realm. David and Barbara Rayner saying, I want my sacrifice. I want Raven, where my sacrifice, coming referring to me as a sacrifice. I ain't nobody's sacrifice, motherfucker. I'm not going down like that. With that being said, them motherfuckers used me to annihilate my own spiritual team in conjunction with them annihilating my own fucking spiritual team. They had put entity attachments on me that were designed to basically cause me to destroy my spiritual team and attack my spiritual helpers anytime they would try to help me. This is how evil these motherfuckers are. That's why them and their fucking kids need to be taken the fuck out. And I mean that. They need to go fucking bye-bye. But they cowards though. I keep telling them in the spiritual realm, why don't you come out here to the fucking PCH? You know exactly where I'm at. You won't confront me in real life, but you're going to do all your little black magic shit in the fucking dark. Not only that, the most egregious part of this, aside from changing out my consciousness, the motherfuckers took out my left eye in the astral realm and replaced it. I felt, I just heard something cut it just now, and replaced it with an entity attachment designed to make me tranquil. See, what these roach attachments do is they like for people to feel dead inside, because it makes it easier to get their soul. They did that. They switched out my crown chakra for something that felt deader. They switched out my third eye for something that was deader, where I couldn't manipulate things in the astral plane. I couldn't do any spiritual work whatsoever. These motherfuckers are extremely fucking evil. They even went as far as to take my dad out of my body. David Rayner tried controlling my third eye yesterday to keep me from seeing it. They even went as far as to take my poor dad out of his body, and they placed him in a hellish realm. Now I feel him putting in something. And they placed him in the hellish realm, where he's tied to a ceiling with his eyes gouged out, being eaten by giant cockroaches. And my dad hasn't returned back to his body in like 2 days from what I'm being told by their own spirits. That's why they want your third eye and your pineal gland taken so you can't tell the truth, as well as your spirit team annihilated. And the more you talk with them roaches, you create an energetic cord with them. You can't talk with them motherfuckers, no matter how many truths they tell you. This motherfucker even set it up to where, when he took out my left eye, which has my strong consciousness in it, he set it up to where if I recover it in the astral plane, he put an astral mechanism on it to where even if I recover it, it doesn't come back with my own energy. Really complex shit, very, very complicated shit. You can't solve this with sage or just, swimming in the fucking beach, swimming in the ocean. It's not just a matter of evil spirits being put on you. These roach attachments are extremely sinister, complex spirits that are very, very nuanced. They're very, very malicious. They're very, very evil. And they're very, very tenacious. And they're strategic. These motherfuckers are smart. They're very, very smart. And a lot of people underestimate them. That's why the roach realm needs to go. That is an evil fucking realm. It is a particularly evil realm. It's worse than any fucking realm. Like, for instance, when I was in transitional housing, I had all sorts of entities from other realms, even demonic entities, coming to help me because of how fucking demonic the roach realm is. That's what David Rayner works with. He works with the roach realm to get souls to be sacrificed to him who have great spiritual powers and abilities. And he's been creaming for mine for quite some time, but he's not going to get it. He's been taking my brother Carrie out of his body, my brother Kristen for a while, but my brother Kristen has such strong angelic protection, it's not even funny. Just put my shit back together. What I do is I'm able to go back into the past and recover what I need to have recovered in the spirit realm. With that being said, these are the type of motherfuckers, sadistic motherfuckers. They're very, very evil. This is how they look. They're going to try to throw you off by basically putting their face, what do they call it? Soul pieces on other people so that they can disguise themselves in the spirit realm. They're very, very good at blocking people from seeing exactly where they're at. Along with using monitoring spirits to deceive you. With that being said, I'm going to tell you how to break this curse because it's one of the most egregious fucking complex curses you could ever fucking face. It's a sacrifice curse, usually. Now, their game plan with me was to kill me. But because I have such strong spiritual protection coming from God himself, they couldn't really do it. That's why I look all fucked up. That's why you see bags under my eyes. Hold on. The way it works is these roaches feed off of your consciousness. And they go into entryways of consciousness. And there's various entryways in your body that allows for these roach attachments to be able to come through. So I just What their game plan is, okay, the various entryways of consciousness aside from your crown chakra are your nose, your nostril. You have a point of consciousness right there. That's why when you saw, what's that film that came out when I was, not film, but a TV series, Bewitched, you saw the woman doing, that's a point of consciousness. There's points of consciousness up here. This is one in which you want to clasp shut so that entities can't come in. I can feel entities fucking with my ass right now, trying to get in and fuck up my head. And, aside from the chakra points, now I feel them opening up something. They don't like me talking about this shit. Yeah, there's something fucking with me right now as I talk. I'm trying to think of more your eyes. They do something where in the astral plane they'll shoot you right in between the head where your third eye is. Well, I'm surrounded by nothing but fucking evil spirits. I swear they done turned my own spiritual team against me and every fucking thing. There's various entry points of consciousness. I'm sorry, I had to deal with something spiritual real quick. Look at all of this. These barnacles. Yeah, I can hear one of them spirits saying right now, they seriously fucked up my head. They really did. They really did a number. But I was able to get it back because I'm powerful. It wasn't meant to be no fucking sacrifice. I actually meant to defeat their ass. We'll come back later for that. So anyways, with that being said, the reason why they put roach attachments on you I can hear my brother in the spiritual plane right now saying, help me. But I can't find him in the spiritual plane. But anyways, the reason why they get into your points of consciousness is so that they can be able to feed. What they like to do is, these roach attachments, is that they like to feed on your consciousness. And then either become it, or else, in case of David Rayner, exchange out different consciousnesses so that it serves, hold on, it serves a two-part thing. When they get into your consciousness, see, your consciousness is key to being able to fight in the astral plane. When they destroy your consciousness, that allows them to be able to take you over and make you a sacrifice. Because you can't fight them anymore. Not only that, it serves a two-tiered purpose. To weaken you in the astral plane from fighting them, and to keep your ancestors from finding out where you're at. Because if you have a different energy signature inside of you, a different consciousness, they won't know who the fuck you are. They won't be able to find out in the astral map where the fuck you were at if you died. These motherfuckers have switched out my astral DNA. They've done switched out my my spiritual protection, the astral boxes for my DNA. They've switched out my memories so that I won't remember who I am once I hit the astral plane, once I die. That's how nefarious this curse is. That's how malicious, malignant, and evil this curse is. It's one of the most evil, conniving ass, malicious curses you can ever be confronted with. It's a no-joke curse. And I've gone through hell and back. You can see it in my eyes. You can hear it in my voice. These motherfuckers place these fucking roach attachments in me in addition to trying to make me a sacrifice so that they can be able to energy harvest. And that's what they've been doing for the past couple of months, is energy harvesting off of me. They use these roach attachments to go in and steal different chakra points, take my spiritual powers and abilities away from me in the form of switching out my pineal gland, switching out my spiritual DNA, my third eye. You know, even taking like physical attributes. I could feel something removing my lips in the astral plane. I could feel something trying to fuck with my third eye just now. Now I can hear them telling me that David Rain isn't going to stop until I stop making videos. I'm going to keep making videos about these motherfuckers because these are fucking two serial killers in the spirit realm. I can understand doing witchcraft and warlocking and woken like I did back in the day for justifiable reasons. Like if somebody did harm to you, but just to be doing that, the energy harvest off of you, man, you got to die. You got to go. You cannot be in the spirit plane. You cannot be in the fucking physical plane with that shit. You gotta go. You an evil motherfucker. You gotta go. Because I'm a totally innocent fucking person. I never did anything to these two motherfuckers whatsoever. And the minute they saw that I had great spiritual abilities and powers, they wanted to feed off of that and get that. And I had great blessings coming my way. Really, really great blessings that's been strewn around all over the astral plane. But I'm going to get them back and I'm going to find them. With that being said, here is how you defeat such a curse, because curses like that, like I say, this is an extremely complex curse. It's more than just hearing voices and seeing things and having shit claw at you. These things are very sadistic and sinister, and they're very manipulative. That's the worst thing of all. At least with shadow people, they come through. They're out and out with you. They let you know who they are right off the bat. These motherfuckers pretend to be your friend. Oh, I'm going to tell you this and tell you that. And really, they're love bombing you, as they call it, so that they can create an energy cord with you. And in addition to being able to feed off of you, connect to you. So this is how you kill them motherfuckers off. Close these chakra points right here off. Close your pineal gland. Pineal gland up here. My spirit team brought that shit down. What you want to do is you want to put bars in the astral realm, or what they call infinite string around it. I put bars that are designed to tranquilize it. I'll show you how it looks. Now they're trying to confuse me by creating two separate pineal glands. Another thing you're going to have to do is you're going to have your third eye open. Make sure you keep that shit fixed and ready to be able to do spiritual surgery with. I can hear somebody in the astral plane that's been trapped in what they call that motherfucker's realm, Pilot Numbre's realm. That's a sadistic, particularly sadistic, evil ass entity, and he takes on two different versions. I can show you right here. What he does is that he traps them in roach acid. And I saw the way he treated my ancestors, and he was very, very sadistic towards them. Very, very sadistic. That's another thing, too. They use specific entities. Pilot Numbre, Rosie the Roach Queen. She ain't really that bad. Rosie the Roach. And a couple of others. They got one called Chance the Rapper. They give him code names. It sounds goofy, but this is a very sinister fucking curse to go in and attack you. And they do different things, like Pilot Numbre is meant to basically deaden your consciousness so that you feel dead inside. You know, it's like fattening the turkey. When the person is dead enough inside, they're right. And that's exactly what they want. That's exactly what they want. Another thing that they do is they try to push you into signing a soul contract so that they can be able to get your gifts. That's something I don't want to neglect saying as well. They want you to sign a soul contract so that they can get your spiritual gifts and powers. That's why it's important that your consciousness is strengthened. That's the most important aspect of this, is to have a strong consciousness. That way they can't really fuck with you. They're trying to deaden the fuck out of my ass. They're really coming after me now because they know I'm going to be able to escape this curse. The key to defeating this curse is to have a strong consciousness. That makes it a lot harder for them to be able to get in. That also makes your internal, it's pretty over there, your internal protection a lot stronger. Mine was very, very intranquil at one point because I lost a huge piece of my soul, the right side of my body. I lost that years ago, but I got it back. And that's how Barbara Rain and David Rayner were able to get in. You know, they did something complex. This is what I'm talking about. It's very, very complex, where they put their ancestors in your spiritual DNA so that they can be able to get into your bloodline and then fuck you up from there. Aside from strong consciousness, if you're somebody who is what they call in tranquil, kind of dead, well, not dead inside, but you're not like really, you know, you're not connected. Learn your different, the different points of consciousness on your body, and you're gonna feel it. Your ears, I got spiritual protection right there now. They used to enter through my ears, and I could hear them speak. And they were the energy vampire off of that, them roach attachments. Your nose. Back. Right here, right here. They have all sorts of etheric lines, allowing for entities to be able to come into your body. Learn about your energy body. Yeah, they're trying to deaden me right now by putting something over my crown chakra. That's another thing too. They come at you by putting entity attachments on your crown chakra. So what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to physically go into the spiritual plane to be able to pull this stuff out and then cleanse it with sage. That's what I usually use. But these motherfuckers are so complex. This is how complex this curse is. These motherfuckers will set it up in the spirit realm that when you sage, instead of it doing what it's supposed to do, which is to set stuff back to what it was before, they'll set it up to create roach attachments, making it harder for you to be able to break it. Oh, wow, what is this? I'm getting the feeling of these things ain't bothering me, so I shouldn't. Oh, wow, that's so pretty. So I shouldn't fuck with it. Oh, whoa. Came in like the blob. The roach realms are very, very hellish realms. These roach attachments showed me the various hell realms in which people are held captive. Another thing that these people will do is they'll put you in other people's consciousness so that your ancestors can't find you when you die. That's another thing. It's a very scary curse to be under. It's a very scary curse to be hit with. And David Rain, a little skinny, ugly motherfucker. He looked just like that picture I showed you. But he looks like the peanut planters man. That's really his head shape and all of that. He looks like the peanut planters man. This is how he look again. That's another reason behind why they take your third eye and your pineal gland, so that your energy signature is gone and people can't locate you in the astral plane when you die. I can feel something. But I'm going to tell you this right now. Ah. Yeah, I can feel these things fucking with my damn pineal gland right now as we talk. That's another thing. They like to fuck with people's pineal glands so you can't be found when you die. Let's see, roaches. Oh, the hell rounds. They got so many fucking hellish realms in the astral plane. Yeah, I keep getting all sorts of psychic attacks right now, man. It's not even funny. Ugh. Another thing, too, is I want to mention this. They like to get into your consciousness because once they get into your head, they're able to fuck it up. You can feel physical attacks and all of that once they put their consciousness inside of you. And that's what they like to do. But you can also fuck them up that way, as a reminder. But let me tell you about the sadistic hell realms and the roach realm. That's the most evil fucking realm I've ever fucking encountered. I've heard of shadow people, trolls in the astral plane, the demonic ones. Here's another thing too. They'll incorporate their hellish realms right here. Right in the back of your head. Right by where your subconscious mind is. These evil spirits following me right now, taking that shit out so I don't talk about it. Another thing that these motherfuckers will do too is they'll go back in time, go back to your timelines in the astral plane and fuck your shit up. That's something else I want to tell you. That's how sinister this fucking spell is. It's not a curse that can be easily broken or solved with sage and fucking jumping into the ocean. And I've had jackasses come at me talking about, oh, all you need to do is cleanse and cleanse and cleanse and feel white light, and none of that shit's gonna work with this. None of that shit's gonna work. That's why I would say in the past, I'll send this shit your way. I had one jackass say, oh, I understand what you're going through, bitch. No, you don't. I'll send this shit your motherfucking way. Let them attack you for a little bit so you get a taste of what I'm dealing with. Don't ever say that shit. I've gone through hell and back and nearly died in my fucking sleep with this fucking curse. Twice. I would hear a spirit say, we're going to make your heart stop beating. The next thing I know, my heart would stop for a minute. But by the grace of God, it started back up again. Yes, by the grace of God. Oh, this is beautiful. Hold on. Yeah, see, I'm a very powerful empath. That's why they're having a hard time to feed my ass. That's why they don't want you to have your memories. So that you can't recall from memory certain stuff you need to, like your pineal gland and all of that, your third eye, how it feels and all of that, in order to, get it back. Another thing too is you want to straighten your consciousness so that, see, the less, all right, let's take for instance alcohol. When you drink, you're in the etheric realm. Your consciousness becomes a lot more thinned out. So stuff from the other planes can fuck with you a lot more. With that being said, that's one reason why they want you in tranquil, and that's why they want to change around your consciousness. So that you can't manifest shit. And you can't defeat them. You can't break free of them. And you can't recall from memory or imagery or ideology or whatever, from feelings. That's why they want you in tranquil. Stuff that you want to recall to be able to defeat them. They want you to stay stuck. Like I said, it's one of the most sadistic curses. Now I can hear these evil entities talking about, pilot number entity talking about give me my knife. Because I'm foiling all their plans. They're planning on taking me out last night, but even their roach attachments say don't do that shit. They're gonna pull me out of my body like they've done my parents. And fuck my shit up. That's why I say it's not an easy curse to kill. And it's a very serious curse. It's one that you need to take seriously. The folly of it is that a lot of people don't take it seriously because they're like, oh, these spirits are funny. They're hilarious as hell. That's how they get you. That's how they get you. They come off as friendly and benign and funny and make you want them to be around you. They'll tell you things that's about to happen and all of that. But meanwhile, they're cutting you off from your higher self. I would have to go through one of them in order to get messages from my higher self, my highest self. They knock off your higher selves. They get rid of them. Socks. Hey man, how you doing? So we're trying to use fucking seaweed roaches. Huh? Yeah, I know. I'm about to take off my socks and just walk it. Long ass video. Hey look, a crab. Oh, it's a pretty crab too. Hey. Hello. Bye-bye. Woo! That David Rain is one evil motherfucker. He steals people pineal glands, people's spiritual powers and abilities. I've been gunning for that shit actually. Trying to go after that so I could fuck his shit up. You also have to be careful of your thoughts too. That's another fucking thing. These things will, because see, they fuck with your consciousness. That's the whole point. You have to be careful of your thoughts, and you can't help that, and they know that. All in the name of getting power. And the motherfuckers like to steal power to get it. That's something that don't sit right with me. We got my poor angelic guide saying, we got to feed. Like a robot right now. I see that. Now they're trying to manipulate my consciousness so that they can get rid of spiritual protection that I have set in place. They had me connected to different hell realms, which was a shame. In the case of David Rayner, see what these motherfuckers will do is they'll inundate you with entity attachments. Hold on. They'll inundate you with entity attachments so that they can be able to attack you. And that's what happened with me. They put a face mask right here, for instance, that was full of different consciousnesses so that the roach attachments can feed. And they were put out there externally so that entity attachments can feed off of it, and I draw energy vampiric entities towards me. So that's one of the hardest things to do is you're going to have to be an empath to do this. You're going to have to remove the entity attachments. And that motherfuckers inundate you with a whole slew of them. I remember in my early days of this curse, you know, I would feel entity attachments being placed on me left and right. They do that so in addition to energy harvesting, they can be able to psychically attack you. They use roach attachments to bring your consciousness down to such a level. One of them even tried to take my consciousness over one time to where you can be sensitive to the astral realm psychic attacks upon you. It's a very dangerous curse. I've had stuff apport from out of thin air in my hands. It's a very dangerous curse. And it's one that could kill you. They killed that young girl Rosie by having fucking giant cockroaches manifest for 10 long fucking minutes from the astral plane. She signed a soul contract with these two devious and motherfuckers. Next thing you know, she ended up in the hell realm. In the astral plane, I actually saw it, where she's being feasted on by giant cockroaches every single day, both little and giant. And she's being chased around by one of them. One of them's called Pilot Numbre. This is worse than the Tranquil Spirit curse. This is worse than Shadow People curse. This is the worst curse of them all. It's a very scary curse. This is a shame, man. They got realms where, you know, you're in lands that's full of fucking cockroaches and they feed off of you. You got the guru worlds where you got roaches that are in charge and they feed off of you. You have various hell realms in that world. It's scary. It's very scary. I just saw a shadow traveling right behind me too. Got me looking all fucking bad with fucking bags under my eyes, man. That's a motherfucking shame. I'm gonna take a spiritual bath. I'm gonna jump in this motherfucker once I'm done. Now, I've been having to put it off, but because of dealing with this spiritual shit here. But I'm gonna be going to my mechanic tomorrow to have my shit finally fixed. These things, they take over other people's consciousnesses in the astral plane. That's another thing, and have them attack you. But I've seen hell realms where people are offered food. You're set at a dinner table, and next thing you know, it's roaches that come in and feed off of them. Roaches in the astral plane have a lot of hatred towards human beings. A lot of resentment. So when they get over there, they're very power hungry. Another way to defeat this curse is, I'm going to tell you this right now, the rain is... See, they make soul contracts with these entities in which they have to put a wrench in there. In my case, it's alcohol. When I don't drink alcohol, they get weak. They get much weaker. Their entities get a lot weaker. If they tell you don't do something, don't do it. No matter how much they may try to pressure you, they're going to put entity attachments. Like I had an entity attachment that was made out of my higher self, my former higher self, that was designed to make me want to drink. Don't give in. Do not drink. Like I say, this is a very serious curse. A lot of people won't take it seriously when it befalls them. But it's a very serious curse, and it's one that needs to be taken seriously. It's no joke, and I'm quite certain it's done. A lot of people done befell it. Another thing too is, in the astral realm, you see people on hospital beds. That's oftentimes a sign of somebody being offered up as a sacrifice. Watch out for that. Lord, the psychic attacks ain't no fucking joke. I'm going to tell you this right now. The curse of the Roach realm is one of the worst curses to fucking deal with. It's one of the worst. These motherfuckers will take your consciousness, switch it around. They'll take your memory, switch that around. Do all sorts of fucked up things in the astral plane. Key to defeating it, though, is to have a strong consciousness. That way it's hard for them to be able to enter in. The other thing these fuckers will do is they'll take your soul and create soul pieces and entity attachments out of that. That's another thing for you to watch out for. They'll use that to attack other people. Like I said, it's one of the worst curses that you can ever have bestowed upon you.